Alrighty, I think we're all good to go here. Let me just make sure the video is actually popping up and I don't have to worry about anything as far as YouTube is concerned. Gatorade. Oh yeah. Okay. And I see myself. There we go. Alright. Hey everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Oh, you tackling me. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, you smell the Gatorade? Yeah, you can't have Gatorade. You're a dog. But anyway, as you can see, Loki's excited. I'm excited. It's a pretty darn good day. This is the second stream of the day here, and Loki is, oh, did you bring a toy? Oh, come up here. Oh, you want to show everybody a toy? You want to show off your toy? Oh, look at that. It is a ring. Look at that. It's amazing. Yo, whoa. There you go. All right. Loki's excited. I'm excited. Hey, Wilder. Happy to see everybody back here. So, Bitcoin was already pumping when I streamed earlier today, and then I told you guys I was going out to the cigar lounge. I just left the cigar lounge maybe about an hour ago, I would say, maybe a little bit less, and I made my way back home. A little bit of traffic, a little bit of horrible roads on the highway, it looks like, and then back here, walked, took Loki out for a little bit, and then time for streaming. Because it is a big day here, I am going to open up a cigar here. Wilder, you're probably like this one. Well, I got a few options for cigars. So I was talking with one of my friends today, and he is a big Cuban guy, right? And he brought a couple Cubans for another one of my friends, Thomas. And he was like, hey, do you want to buy some of these cigars? And I was like, yeah, I do, because they're Cubans. I'm going to show you which ones they are here. I have a whole bunch of cigars on this table right now because I originally didn't want to I originally came there with a few. And then I bought one there like I always do. And then one of these is a gift. This one is a gift, I think. Or this one's a gift. I think this one was a gift. This one might have also been a gift. And so I didn't really smoke many of the cigars I wanted to. But one of the cigars I did want to smoke today was the Opus X Fuente Fuente. And let me go over here very fast. Because my humidor was full, and this thing only holds 4 cigars, which is why I have a whole bunch of other ones. But look at this. Nice little Cubans here. These ones I haven't done much research on. Oh, they smell so good. They smell like graham crackers. But they're from Rafael Gonzalez, Habana, Marquez. But it smells like graham crackers. I think I'm gonna smoke this next. Next Sunday for the stream, for the cigar channel. And for today, I'm gonna start off with the Opus Fuente Fuente here. But I want to do some more research on those cigars before I smoke them because they smell so good. I've never had a cigar that smells like a graham cracker. Yeah. Probably looking at Bitcoin on their phones. What do you call? I don't know what it is. Like the roads around where I live these days, not the main roads, but the highways, they are just getting worse and worse and worse, and it's absolutely driving me nuts here. All right, Fuente Fuente. I was looking up these cigars just before I started streaming because I never had one before. I'm not entirely sure how much they cost, and usually I don't smoke a lot of expensive cigars unless I'm celebrating. So I was thinking this might be a little bit more expensive, and I tried to find the box. Yeah, this is a Fuente Fuente Opus X Robusto, and it's a pack of 10 costs about $362. So I would imagine this is kind of around a $36 cigar. So I'm hoping I enjoy it. I really hope I enjoy it. If I don't enjoy it, I'll be very disappointed here, especially because Bitcoin is going higher and higher. We had a small little drop off right here between 56,000 and 55,449. So a small drop, but I think overall, you look at the chart, we're still booming right now. Funny enough, when we were talking about the $55,000 resistance, we held up there for a little bit of time, but it was only a few hours, and then boom, we skipped 56,000 and just went straight to 57,000. A really good time. Now, let me cut this open with the cap here. There you go. Let me give this a whiff. It's not graham cracker, but that's okay. It smells like flowers, floral. And then, oh, actually, I need my lighter that's in here. There you go. Got the ST DuPont. Damn, why does a cigar have to smell like a graham cracker? I feel like the taste can't beat the smell, but oh boy, it smells good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna light this up. Yeah. A good draw. A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. All right. Nice little touch up. And hey, Ellen Time. And hey, UT Sav. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. So let's talk about Bitcoin. And hey, Crypto Ricky, I told you I'd be around sometime between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, cutting it close here. Yeah, same to you, Verdis. I was happy to see you, man. All right. Let me get a puff of this because oh, this is, oh, what's that flavor? This is good. I'm happy with this. Remember, I don't get too much. Well, I have a lot of expensive cigars. I shouldn't say I don't have any. I don't smoke expensive cigars all too much, and this one is a good one. Fuente Robusto. All right, this is what I'm smoking while I'm talking to you guys. All right. Celebration cigar, definitely celebration cigar. And smoking on that Bitcoin pack. I was letting my friend know that when I was seeing him, he was like, dude, Bitcoin's at $57,000. You got to check out your crypto because he doesn't check on it ever. He's like, oh, really? And he was like, whoa, I thought it was like 40,000. I was like, no, it's gone up a lot. And hey, Monster Man, happy to see you. So I pulled out the $36 cigar. It's so far, it's really good. I'm hoping it continues on because I just only started it. But let's take a minute, pause a little bit, and start saying, when Michael is nubbing on a cigar, you know, it's crypto market's good. I know, right? Oh, what? Do I think this run is a little dangerous? Seems like we were overheated. No. Let's go Fuente. Very good, Fuente. Yes, we are overheating. That's okay. Eventually, this thing is going to come tumbling down, and we'll have a nice bit of consolidation. When that happens, you know, maybe it'll happen maybe closer to $60,000, but we just blew through all the resistance levels that we had. Because remember, when you go back over here to the monthly chart for Bitcoin, you know, the last big one, if you look, was back over here around 47,000, 48,000. We managed to hold it after the breakout on the weekly chart, and then we just started to zoom. And the next one is up here between 58,000, pretty much 59,000 and 62,000. So, you know, that's our next big resistance level. Sure, we're probably going to come up here and drop down. But what's making this so much different is the fact that we have all the institutional money going into the ETFs, and those ETFs are buying up so much damn Bitcoin, and they have to buy it, like by mandate for the ETF rules, which is making this just a roller coaster of a ride. Look at this 4-hour chart. We didn't really have much going on here. This is abnormal, very, very abnormal. We are on a monster ride right now, and yes, it is eventually going to come tumbling down. I don't think it's going to be something like this time where we kind of go sideways for a little bit. It feels more like we're going to be looking at something like this, where we do eventually have a larger drop, but ultimately we continue moving on. This is happening so fast and so early. Guys, let's go over here very fast. See how do I do this? How do I do this? It won't let me go sideways? No sideways? No sideways? Okay, fine. It's really not showing it? Okay, let's go one back up. Okay. The halving is in 54 days. 54 days. We're so ahead of schedule. This is absolutely insane. And maybe to show this is if I go back to that normal Bitcoin Coinbase chart, there's nothing on it, and I just go to the monthly chart. You see how fast this is, right? Remember, We went for a long time before having that pump. We went for a long time. Like, from the point where we had our bottom, bottom to at least an all-time high, it was around 731 days. Right now, I don't even know what this is. I guess FTX kind of messed up a little bit. Yeah, we're only at 457 days. Not even in the 700s, 800s, nothing like that. We are just pumping and pumping and pumping. It's happening fast. It's happening so fast. And this is throwing everybody off right now. Like, you could tell for a while that we were in a bull run, and I was trying to be more nuanced about it and say, okay, I think it was a dip here or whatever. But no, not even that seems to be going through at this point in time. We're just really going full steam ahead. We are going to run up against this order block eventually, and that's where I think a lot of people are going to unfortunately sell, and we should have a pretty good pullback. But regardless of that, we're full steam. It's intense right now. And again, you're seeing, Bitcoin go up on the daily chart. Let me go back over here to the other Bitcoin chart. What the heck is going on? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. You see Bitcoin moving higher and higher here. But on top of that, this is the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin. Ethereum is moving pretty well. ADA is moving pretty well. Dogecoin is doing well. AMP, okay. Ape token had a pump earlier, going sideways now. Arbitrum doing well. AXS, XRP, even XRP is doing a little bit here. Bitcoin Cash moving up a lot. Bitcoin Cash is up over 11%. Bonk is moving higher, up 3% so far today, but this thing has definitely moved up more than 3%. Since this Bitcoin move, it moved up around 27%. Woo. Chili's up. AVAX is up. You're seeing a lot of stuff consolidate right now, but that just hopefully means a larger move down the road. Crow, Dot, Solana, everything's making a move. And is Solana breaking out? Oh, wow. Oh, it broke out a while ago today. Broke out, held. Solana could be a good play here for people that want to hop onto a more established altcoin. AI tokens are taking a breather, though. GRT, a little bit of a breather. This is a 4-hour chart. Taking a little bit of a breather here. RNDR, a little bit of a breather here. No large moves, basically, with Bitcoin. WLD, breather. AGIX, breather. Fetch AI, breather. And NMR, breather. So AI tokens are taking a breather because they've already had kind of some really, some crazy times. And so that begs, what coins are moving right now. Today, I think I saw Theta moving pretty well, if I can find it here. There's Theta. Yeah, look at that. This is a 4-hour chart. This is a daily chart. Moving much, much higher here, which is we're seeing some really good growth. Going back over to our little portfolio here. Ooh, there's a sweetness to this. Hold on a second here. I just want to see something here. Actually, let me just go here to Mike Cigars. No, I want to see the flavor profile for this thing very fast. Double Robusto, it's fine. No. No, mine isn't this one. Mine's a little bit nicer, but it should have the same flavor profile. Baking spices, caramel, boozy, cherry, cordial, and a hearty rum barrel finish. Yeah, that sounds about right here. That's just amazing. Oh, wow, that's good. I gotta top this thing off, though. There we go. All right. So as far as the Fairdesk wallet is concerned, we are now up $3,631. Pretty much the same as before, except for everything that we bought earlier today, except for Core seems to be doing pretty well. So a lot of green here. PHB is down a teeny bit at 1%, and Pendle still down a little bit. I should double down on this, but I think I already did. No, I didn't double down on Pendle yet. Add $50 into here. Oh, I must have a lot of money in here. Let's not do more than 50. Let's not do more than 50. Let's wait this bad. Let's do another 25 in here. A little bit more. Because it's moving down some little, I expect to have a little bit more money than I thought in here. But we're seeing a lot of green, basically. And we're having those opportunities where you're seeing some really good surges in price action. But again, Bitcoin went crazy out of nowhere, so you're going to see people having a fun time with this. Yes, this is kind of a dangerous time to invest because everything is so volatile, and Bitcoin is getting, go to the daily chart now. This is the RSI. We're pretty high up there. Stochastic, pretty high up there. And of course, the MACD is about as high as it's been in a very long time. It hasn't been this high since 2021, the all-time highs. So the MACD is it's pretty far there. Might go to the weekly chart. Maybe that'll kind of open things up for you a little bit more. I know it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, we haven't been this high since the all-time highs. Now we are not at the the 2021 highs before the late 2021 highs. We're not at that high yet, but I mean we're getting there. I mean we're chugging, and the way the market's going, we should be there in just a matter of months here, not years, not quarters, just a few months, unless something can really stop this roller coaster of a ride. Just look at this, Ever since October really started here, September, I guess, things really took off here. Things really took off. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart, and let's see if we can see another Bitcoin move up here. I'll stretch it out like here so we can watch it a little bit better. I need to find a couple good cigars. They can be good if you find the right ones. Yeah. Excuse me. I inhaled a little bit too much there. I think it all depends on where you get them. A couple things that I've realized, and I talked a bit about this on the cigar stream, so I won't rant about it too much. I want to say like 80% of humidors really don't do a good job of keeping their cigars at a proper humidity. So it's better if you get your own humidor. It could be a tub. I have a tub, and you can say I'm being cheap or whatever, but I have a nice tub, like a clear tub you get from Target or something. Actually, mine is from Target. And you put your little Boveda packs in there. You put your cedar wood trays in there. Let it get to 62, 65, and then you put your cigars in there. And whenever you buy a cigar, you leave it in there for a whole month. If you don't, you're asking for trouble. And it could help out. It can make a cheap cigar taste so much better if it has proper humidity to it. I don't know why TradingView is having these little glitches lately. I think everybody's getting hopped on it all of a sudden. But yeah, there are lots of good cigars out there. This one is a little bit of a fancier one. I have quite a few fancy ones, to be frank with you. But this one I would say is a medium tier of the fancy ones. But it's because I want to celebrate Bitcoin. Otherwise, I would have gone with my cheaper ones. When Bitcoin hits $100,000, I'll pull out a couple Cubans, and one of the Cubans will be these ones that smell like graham crackers. I just got them today. Let me see if I can search them for you. And again, this is a celebratory stream. I'm going to go off topic a little bit, but I just want to see Bitcoin break out again because it looks like it wants to. De Rafi Gonzalez. Habana. Did I say floor? I didn't say floor in there. Oh, I was probably texting to do something else. Okay. Yeah, these ones are here. These ones. Look about right. They're not expensive as far as I know. I think these are probably around $20 or so. But, they're from Cuba, so they're nice. Oh, I don't know this unit of what do you call? I'm not entirely sure. But, cigar aficionado. Here we go. Oh, I think I got the new size ones. That's what it is. Let's see. Oh no, no, I didn't get these ones. Maybe I'm not entirely sure. I just wanted to find the flavor though. Flavor? Chocolate and coffee nut? No, this isn't gonna be it. Oh, it's not, I don't know. It's probably the same thing, maybe a little coffee, but I smell graham crackers, and that graham crackers, I don't know exactly what it is. It's some type of spice, right? Some veteran crypto folks that hold alt bags for the bull run sell their bags when the total 3SR gets overbought. 7, that's their sell signal. Any thoughts? For me, it's a little bit more simple. I wait for a death cross for Bitcoin, and that gives me a little bit more time. So, for example, oh, maybe I can't do that example here. Okay. Okay. Let's open this up all the way. Squeeze it back down a little bit. So when Bitcoin hits an all-time high on the daily chart, and do you see the first death cross between the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average? I sell in this range right here. So I'm not selling at the all-time high of 64,000 or anything like that. I'm selling around here. Usually after it pops down, it does go back up a little bit, so you can kind of wait. But, you know, you can see the death cross happen right over here, so technically it's from over here. But you can tell it's coming once this drop happens, if that makes sense. But I usually will sell my Bitcoin over here. Altcoins, I'll give a little bit more latitude, but my stop losses are pretty much in place as soon as I see this happening. I'm like, okay, now no matter what, I have floors for every single altcoin that I bought. I have a floor. I know exactly where I'm going to sell it at. Same thing over here. All-time high. Breakdown. You sell it in here, and you save yourself from some disasters with exchanges going down left and right. Even going back all the way here to 2017. All-time high. Death cross. It went up again, but still. You start selling around here. You're much happier to sell around here than you are to get stopped out down here. You know, and again, actually, sorry, this isn't even it. This is actually the all-time high. My bad. All-time high. You sell right here. Same concept though. You're happy to sell up here and not to sell down here. So mine's just a little bit of a more narrow range. No, mine's a little bit more of a wider range. If they're selling as soon as the RSI gets up there, that's probably going to be hard to do, because you're selling once that level hits. But if you kind of do a mix of them, I think you're still in a good spot. But for me, all-time high plus death cross, I'm selling off a good chunk. And if that cycle is broken somehow in the future, I'll live with it, because you're still going to be making a bunch of money, right? The way this cycle is going, anything could happen. Anything could happen. This has just been surreal how fast we're going up. We're not supposed to be going up this fast at all. Damn, I was trying to blow it. Oh, I still got to practice that. Oh, the smoke is so pleasant though. Feel sketchy for sure. Oh yeah. To me, this is moving up so fast. We're gonna have to have a pullback, and that pullback is gonna freak a lot of people out. But we're gonna be buying into it like crazy. Remember, all these pullbacks that we have, they're all going to be buying opportunities, but you guys shouldn't go too heavy into any particular one breakdown that we see in the future. You don't want to have to, no matter what happens, your risk management has to be spot on. And I think most of you guys have pretty good risk management here. If you guys are living paycheck to paycheck, don't put so much money into cryptocurrency that you're gonna have to pull something out. You have to sell something in order to pay for rent. That's something that you just really don't want to do, because at the end of the day, you're losing money. How do I do this? There you go. Just lighting a little cedar piece of wood right here. Don't know why. Feel like being a little pyrotechnic tonight. Oh, I know why. Oh, cedar wood just smells so good when it's burning. That's why. Okay. But yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Cedar wood is amazing. Michael, do you think the bull run will be shorter since we're ahead of schedule or still ending in 2025? Honestly, I don't know. We're really ahead of schedule. Remember, you know, as much as Bitcoin can go up and go parabolic, it still can't go completely out of the realm of possibility, right? So what I'm hoping happens if we do go into 2025 with this bull market, what I'm hoping is going to happen is that we'll just go through maybe a 3 or 4 month consolidation period, and then out of that breakout we'll be just fine. Because when you go back historically and you start looking at some of these Bitcoin breakouts that we've seen in the past, and you see, like, you know, let's go over here. From the lows, COVID was kind of an anomaly here, but you can see from the lows we experienced over here to the first all-time high, that was about 2 years, you know? I would still say we can do that. We might just be having a very extended portion like this and then having a pretty decent consolidation afterwards. But this piece of the pie right here, which again is not going to be A to A, apples to apples, but we may just be looking at a little bit more of a consolidation, because this is, wow, like this is just amazing, this fast. And just like that, look at that. Look at these surges, you know? And this doesn't feel like any type of consolidation we've had before. Even going back over here, right? This is all the way back in 2014. You know, different type of market. Institutional money seems to be making this go in a different pattern. I'm curious to see what happens with institutional money if they want to sell when all their clients are selling Bitcoin after the run kind of dies out. But for now, it's kind of, the rules are breaking a little bit here, just because of the institutional money flowing in. And by institutional money, I don't mean institutional investors like a random hedge fund. It's the people that, you know, are running the spot Bitcoin ETFs. They just have so much Bitcoin now. Like, I think if I'll just Bitcoin wallets. There's Bitfinex and Binance. Do they have them now? Well, I have to remember to look up which wallets there are. You know, some of these belong to the exchanges, to the, you know, the ETFs and whatnot. June loading up and loading up. My God, the Bitcoin in here. But yeah, I'll try to find it. You see it a lot of times on Twitter and stuff like that. They show the balances and they just show how they're going up and up and up because they have to. The inflows today, I think, were crazy. And then on top of that, I think the volume hit an all-time record. Now, it's not crazy to have an all-time record because it's so new, but still, it is pretty interesting. Oh, thanks, Wally. Yeah, if you guys want to watch the cigar channel, it's called The Smoke Show. Happens every Sunday, I believe, maybe Saturday. Every Saturday around noon Pacific time. I think that's when I'm going to go for it. Maybe even 11 o'clock, but I'll try to hit a set time after I try a few of them. Thanks, I didn't know that. What's your cigar channel? Wilder just said it. It's The Smoke Show. It's brand new though. It's brand new. Not many people know about it. And hey, Crypto Ricky, take profit TP. Oh, that's what somebody else is saying. Yeah. If you're trying to take profit right now, yeah, it's a good opportunity to start scaling out if you ever trade, yeah. But altcoins look like they might just be getting started here. And hey, Corey, good morning. I'm not leaving. No, they said like over $100 million worth of shorts just got liquidated. And that's why I wasn't even short. And I was like, I expected to go down, but I'm not short. I'm just waiting for another opportunity to buy. Let's go over here to Twitter. Oh, I did make a post earlier saying, why isn't Bitcoin trending? You know, and I stand by that. You know, the Bitcoin is going up, guys, a lot, but there is not a hype train around it yet because we haven't reached all-time highs and the such. I think people are going to hop on this late again, like they always do, and it's really going to be different this time because just those people are going to get burned harder than ever before because a lot of institutional money will exit at the same time we plan on exiting. But I think we have the advantage of selling just a tad bit earlier than they do. So that's going to be something I look for pretty soon too. What's my Instagram? I feel like I've seen a lot of impersonations lately, so I want to make sure I'm following the right one. I don't know my Instagram, so let me get back to you on that one. I don't post on it hardly ever. So I am going to be doing it more in the next few weeks because I have a whole bunch of short form content I'm going to be posting on it, which is going to be nice. But I don't use it right now, so let me remember and I'll try to figure it out. I just recently started buying Bitcoin with the hopes that it'll reach 100K long term. Where do you think we should start buying Bitcoin again long term? I mean, when you're in a bull market, I try to wait for these larger drops and then I try to buy some up. That way, I just have it feels better to buy on a major dip or a crash because then you know it's going to go up over time and you got a really good discount. Like, I don't want to buy right now at 56,300, but you know, we've been buying for a while here. But if you want to just dollar cost average and forget about it, you could buy here. But for me, I mean, man, we're so ahead of schedule. I just, in this market is so kind of new to me. I would still wait for a large drop. But now, will that large drop go back to $50,000? I don't know. You know, so I would have a little bit of dollar cost averaging going on, maybe a little bit of a mix. So, you know, maybe a few bucks every week or every few days, whatever you feel that's comfortable or whatever you're comfortable with. And then on top of that, if we do have a large crash event, then you could, you know, during the bull run, which means it's going to go higher afterwards anyway, you can buy up some of those dips and be happy with it. Hey, Matt, all notifications turned on and still nothing? Yeah, Bitcoin be doing that. I mean, not Bitcoin. YouTube be doing that to me sometimes. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I've tried for so long to say, hey, you know, YouTube, please just let my subscribers know that I'm live, and it just doesn't do it all the time. And there's really nothing I can do. I've tried to talk to YouTube, and YouTube doesn't really do it much. It's interesting, but I will never know the reason why they don't let you guys know, or all of you guys know. Some of you guys they let know. Some other people they don't. I think part of it is, if some of you guys are subscribed to other channels, maybe you get notifications all throughout the day. So YouTube is like, let's not notify this guy one more time about this stream, you know. Let's just notify him in a couple days after the stream is already over. I feel like that's what the algorithm is doing, and no algo is perfect, but I feel like sometimes that's what the YouTube algorithm is doing. Excuse me. Ever since you showed me, well, I've seen one of your indicator videos for TradingView help me change the game. I'm forever a fan. Yeah, I appreciate it, Corey. I traded Jesus, sorry. I didn't drink tonight, I swear. I think I'm just like excited and like a little bit tobacco buzzed. Oh, Gatorade. I'm not used to drinking Gatorade. I've been drinking water for so long that Gatorade tastes extremely sweet. I don't know if it was ever that sweet, but to me it tastes like too sweet. I try to make my tutorials as simple as I can. I'm hoping to do a few more here, but I want to research a few more topics before I do, because what was going on a few weeks ago was I was trying to learn more from other channels, and I was trying to look at their strategy, backtest it, copy it, you know, switch it up a little bit to make it my own and a little bit more of my momentum style. But a lot of them were not good strategies. So what I'm noticing happening more and more on TradingView, or not TradingView, on YouTube, is that if you guys see some of those larger channels that have those, like, you know, 50,000 views, 100,000 views, they're all very flashy and whatnot. If you try to backtest those on just, you know, another cryptocurrency or another time frame or something like that, they really don't perform well at all. And then if they don't perform well at all, it's very hard to make a pie from shit, right? It's still going to be a shit pie. And so, you know, I'm looking to find out a few more strategies where I can be like, hey, if you want to buy right here, sell right here, like this, you know. And I don't find many that are as good as the ones I do. but maybe I should go in depth and do a full-on rules type of thing with my strategy. I think that might be better for the nuances between what you see on the daily chart versus the weekly chart, which one's more important, the hourly chart versus the 4-hour chart, like all of those combined. And maybe I'll do that. Because what I've been working on now is, I remember I've told you guys I've been building out that course, and I'm getting to the point where I got to start recording videos to put on this like little platform to sell the course later on. I'm thinking of just not selling the course at all and just posting it on YouTube and seeing how that does. I don't expect it to go viral or anything because, again, my tutorials are not really viral worthy. They're not meant to entertain you and keep you engaged to the very end. Most people get bored at school or in classes, so they stop watching. And I don't really care if you guys are entertained from my videos for the most part. That's kind of like me. I hope you are for the YouTube algorithm. But my point is, I hope for those people that want to watch the video and learn how to trade, they will just naturally watch the video. And what's funny enough about that is when I see the people that watch my tutorials and stuff, and I go over here to YouTube. Let me see. I go over here to analytics. And I go to see more. And I go to stuff like my Smart Money Concepts video, which has, this is over 238,000 views, right? Only about 20% of people, 21% of people actually watch the entire video. And that makes me just realize that not everybody is going to go full time as a trader. Some people don't like my trading style. Some people don't like the way I explain things. That's fair, valid criticism. But, some people just can't make their way through an entire educational video, but they may be able to make their way through a video that is more snazzy. I don't know what you want to call it, more entertaining like. And I've just been like, you know what? I'll be fine with it. I'm probably just going to put the course up a video at a time and have and make it into a long playlist, I'll try to make the title a little bit snappy, but it's at the end of the day, it's going to be a course, like, course this, number 1, part 2, and it'll just be going down. It'd be like episode 1, stock trading basics, 1.1a or something, and it'll say, something like that. I'll figure it out over time, but yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Oh, did I just drop some ash? I did drop some ash here. Oh, well, this gives me time to top it off. Is it? I can't tell if this is lit or not. It's a good cigar, but it doesn't stay lit as well as I want it to. Wonder if that's my fault for talking too much, not smoking enough. Ooh. And hey, Loka, I appreciate it, man. I'm always here to help out. Oh, and Wilder says, sometimes refreshing your page will do it. I don't even know, man. Again, my account, my algorithm is different because it is my channel. It's not going to show me my own stuff, basically. But, for as long as I've had this channel, I've had the same issue. This has been going all the way back to from 2021. It's been an issue for a while. There's nothing that I can do about it, but I just hope that you guys are able to watch the video afterwards, but stream afterwards. But I understand that watching live is always 10 times more entertaining. And hey, computer guy, brother Mike, still up, huh? What strain are you smoking? This is a Fuente cigar. If I was smoking a joint with you guys, I would not be able to talk. I have a very low tolerance when it comes to marijuana. That I would just be like, it would not be good. Maybe on April 1st or something, I'll get high and I'll talk with you guys. But no, not even that. I would be embarrassed about how little I can talk and kind of move. It might be for like maybe a member streamer or something where we're smoking and having a conversation. What I want to do is I want to have a members I don't even know what it would be. Maybe a members jam shesh. I don't know what it would be. Um. So do you think the smart money concepts Lux Algo indicator is the best indicator with the 51 and the 200 MA on it, or is there another indicator that's better than this one, the one I use? The way I would describe it is I like the Lux Algo Smart Money Concepts indicator a lot. I add the momentum on top of it, so I want those oscillators to be working. You've probably seen some of those videos, but like, you know, the MACD, the stochastic, and the RSI, and it, you know, but the change of character in and of itself is just a good model to go through. So if I were to go over here to the Bitcoin tether chart and I go to maybe a weekly chart here, right? Full screen. Let's go to guides and tutorials. Let's hide my head off of here. I just want to have a full-on page. And then what I'm going to be looking for is not divergence from any indicators. I'm just going to be looking for the plain smart money concepts. So this is the free one. There's one right here from Chart Prime, but that one looks like it's a paid version here, so you guys can't use that one. If I just go over here to color candles, this is just the weekly chart, okay? Just the weekly chart. Let me go to the longer term one. Let me pull this forward to the front. Okay. This is not going to get you the tops or the bottoms, but it will give you opportunities to make money. Look at that. Just plain and simple, this indicator, right? Offer change of characters and so forth. Record structures, pretty reliable, I would say. Now, when you get over to the daily charts, it's a little bit less reliable. But overall, if you have proper risk management and you guys know how to do stop losses, then you're like, okay, you know, let's say you do this trade right here. You short right here. If you short right here, your stop loss is right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days later, you're stopped out, but you move to the next one and you're golden. But because you got stopped out here, you didn't lose a crazy amount of money. This amount of money you're making off of this move definitely makes up for any losses you would experience when it's wrong. Again, right here, it works out. This one right here, you can say you stopped out right here. Stopped out. What happened? It went green. Or you could even say you just quit right here because it went green afterwards, but same thing, you got stopped out. You buy right here, and this makes up for the loss. This one right here, you can say you got stopped out because you stop loss. Well, no, you didn't get stopped out, but it went red. So you have options there. But you know, you might have just stopped like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore, right? Right here, same thing. Here, same thing. If you have your if you long right here, right up here, which kind of seems kind of crazy, your stop loss is going to be still right back here. You get stopped out. You might have two bad ones, but overall, it's still going to work out in your favor. Work out in your favor. In your favor. This makes up for that. This right here stopped off right there, so you're not getting too bad, but you still lose. This one worked out a little bit because it hit this old level of support. Oh, you get the point I'm trying to make. An easier way to do this, I guess I would say, is if you just wanted to use the smart money concepts. What's the best way to do this? New layout. Let's get rid of the pesky volume. Oh. There you go. Sorry, I dropped my cigar. I had to pick it up. Let me go back over here to Smart Money Concepts. Color candles. All right. Oh, I forgot I have to pull this forward every single time. All right, now let me make this into a 2 for chart. Even better, a 3 for chart. Okay, so this is a week, this is a day. This is 4 hours. And then let me zoom back out here a little bit more. Let's go over to a full chart. Okay. The weekly chart is green right here, all the way from over here. Same thing, green, okay? You see the reds in here? Green is priority. Don't do the reds when the weekly is green. Don't go against the grain so much. Right here. This is it, September of 2023. September in 2023. Don't do this because this is still there. You can do this one if you wanted to, but you don't have to. It worked out, but again, you don't have to. These ones right here, still within this process. You don't have to do these if you don't want to. All right, so you don't have to short that, you don't have to short that. This can still cause losses though because you went long and it still stopped out. Same right here. That's, oops. That's this little, oh, sorry. That's that little dip right here. That's this. You can go with it if you want to, but this was a banking crisis, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. It worked out, but you don't have to. Go with this, and it works out a little bit better. Hey, that one worked out pretty well. Then we're kind of back down here to this section. And you can do the same thing with the weekly chart and the daily chart and the 4 hour. If both the weekly and the daily are green and the 4 hour is green, maybe that makes a little bit more sense. Buy right here as everything's starting off, and you're good to go. Right here, the daily has been green for a while. You know, go back over here to this little dip that we saw right there on the 4 hour. You don't have to do this because this one's actually green at the time. But when everything turned green right here, right here, and this was already green, you can kind of pop on top of it. A little bit confusing, I know, but that's kind of a way to think about it. Or you could add the momentum on there at the same time, and that kind of helps me out by just staying to one chart at a time. There we go. And my face is back. Okay, I dropped the cigar, so I think it went out. Yeah, it definitely went out. There we go. But yeah, that's a nice way of thinking about it. And then you could always do, like, you know, is there a golden cross going on the daily chart? Is momentum strong? So, you know, remember, moving averages are just another way of looking at momentum. I'm not here to be entertained, brother. I'm here to learn. But see, you can say that, and I believe you. Anybody that says that, I believe you. But you have to understand the algorithm is not pushing you towards my content for the most part, right? Most people find my channel and they come towards my streams not because they see my stream just popping up somewhere around, right? Maybe they're watching, maybe they find my 24/7 stream. That's one option. Or more likely, you know, let me, if I open up a fake YouTube page, like this is incognito mode, maybe they search something like something very simple. How to add a moving average in TradingView. Right? And then boom, there's my face right there. That's usually how people find me. And then right here, how to add moving average on TradingView 2024. This is because they traded out the MA for the SMA. How to add exponential moving averages. And then there's like other like how to add double exponential moving averages on the TradingView. Or it could be something as a TradingView tutorial, right? Now, my tutorial is not ranked high. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am number 9. Top 10, I'll take it because, you know, you scroll down, there's a lot of people below it. But I'm number 9. And the one that's number 1 is only an hour long. Then you got 17 minutes. Then you got 20 minutes. Oh, this one's an ad. 32 minutes, another ad. A basic tutorial playlist. And then you got Disciplined Trader right here at 42 minutes. And then you got mine. And mine is a whopping 2 hours and 49 minutes long. But when you look at my my video, oops, can I refresh this so many times that it actually goes? Okay, no, okay, hold on. If you go to mine has TradingView signups, how to do the discounts, how to get the best codes and stuff like that. what each plan wants. Then I go to the main page. Then I go to TradingView Stock Screener. Like, how many people have ever done the Stock Screener? It's a jumbled mess, and they just put out a new one. And right, I got Stock Screener, Forex Scanner, Crypto Scanner, TradingView Heat Maps, TradingView Economic Data, TradingView Charts, and that the chart one, it takes a long time because that's the meat of the thing. But yeah, and it goes over everything you'd want to know. But it's also 2 hours and 49 minutes. Holy moly, is that not something that's crazy? What I want to do is I want to go back into this, and I want to actually change this from being TradingView charts tutorial, and I want it to be every few seconds it'll be changing over, trend lines, Fibonacci levels, drawings, time frames, kind of lay it all out. But again, it's just a lot of stuff to cover, which is why these videos usually take so long. Most people take so long because they're editing. Remember, I don't have to edit my videos, but literally I have to try to learn what each of these things is, at least for the video. It's like kind of learning Spanish. Like I know a lot of this stuff, but if I stop using it, and I'm not using it constantly, I will just lose it a little bit. Like, especially like stuff over here on the right-hand side. I know it's hard to see, but stuff like this, like the object tree, I never use this stuff. I mean, I can use it, but it's all in this. It's all here. It's all cheat sheet. Exchanges volume, exchanges percentage gain. You could set this up to look for the most popular or the most volume or whatever is popping. You can search for that pretty easily and have it all set up for you. But again, most of the time, the way I teach is you guys want to trade 5 or 6 stocks, 10 stocks max, that you really you want to master those 10 stocks. And you don't see it happening. Calendar right here, economic calendar. For Forex people, this is life. This is life for Forex. Earnings calendar, this is also something here. I don't care about this too much because, again, I'm looking at specific stocks. I'm not looking at everything. Maybe some people like all this stuff, but I mean, this is just a massive list of stuff right here. The chat, ideas. So if you're looking at something on here, the ideas usually should balance up here, or you can do the following. I'm following Lux Algo. Live shows for traders. Watch now. I can go over here. I can become a streamer here, but I don't think the views are as much as YouTube, and I don't think I actually earn money for this. But it's there, and you see all these different times. Love and Everywhere TradingView, and I got alerts over here. This whole thing. I made $8, $9. Refer a friend, account billing, profile settings, and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here. Let me go back over to Bitcoin though. And back up. There we go. There's so much stuff, and I have to learn all that stuff in order to do these videos, which is why I don't make them as much as often. But I also am trying to find different strategies out there. So if you guys ever see a strategy that you like, since the Discord's becoming a little bit more active right now, drop a link in the Discord. I don't care if it's somebody else's video. I'll watch it, try to learn it, and add a little bit of a twist onto it, just to give you the extra, 5 to 10% accuracy that maybe makes it a strategy that you would enjoy using. Because not everybody likes to do momentum. A lot of people like to do, scalping on the 1-minute charts. And if I go over here and I go to Smart Money and I pull this back over to the front, or this way to the front, okay. All right. Change your character, momentum is all pointing up. You can buy right here. Your stop loss is going to be right here or right here. And you're basically trading up to this level of resistance or this level of resistance. And now that we know the chart's up here, that looks kind of stupid to sell right here, but still buying here and selling, there, still pretty good. But at the same time, you're like, oh, we're also breaking out here. Maybe it'll go even higher. And then you're looking, oh, yeah, but lots of different opportunities. But those nuances, that's stuff you learn over time. But even me being a full-time investor, I will still happily sell here if I bought here. Again, this is a 30-minute trade. Momentum, 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 all looking okay. You buy the breakout right here. It's a breaking out. You trade that up. The next level of resistance seems to be right around here. That's not the very top. It's right here. I'm happy to buy here and sell it right here. Not the top, but a little bit below it. Fine. You know, here, red, 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 red. You can go down with that if you want to. 1 minute makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to look at the 5 hour or the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, because it's all so short term here. It doesn't matter. But again, you know, it depends on how you want to trade. There's this large change of character happening right here with a bullish move, right? This large consolidation point right here, that's a lot of time for a minute chart. You might not want to look at the minute chart for something like this. If you're looking to go higher in a hurry, you might be looking at something prolonged that maybe on the 5-minute chart make it looks a little bit better. And then you go to the 5-minute chart, like, oh yeah, it's also green right here. Buy, buy, buy. Buy right here, still kind of around that 1-minute chart. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, look at that, we're going to an order block. Okay, that makes more sense. You know, there's a whole different swath of it, but you want to always understand what's happening on the other different time frames, even if you're not going to be using exactly anything besides this kind of what's in your head already to kind of figure out some of those trades. Now let me get out of this one and go back over here. 15-minute chart. And it's trying to go higher. It's trying to go higher. There we go. I'm zooming in a little bit too much on the MACD. There we go, Bitcoin. Oh my God, I am really sucking at smoking this. Let me really clean this out a little bit. All right. All right. Smoke in the hand. It's not leaving my hand for the rest of this time. And hey, sincere evening. Thank you for that short lesson. I'm all over it. I actually love it, and golden crosses helps a lot. Oh yeah, it's great. It works very well. And remember, I have as my doctor put it, and I always joke as my doctor puts it, I have severe ADHD. I have to see something be clear as day before I buy. There are lots of people who trade strategies that are 60 or 70% profitable, and that's okay if you're doing enough of them, because eventually it's like a casino. You're making more money more often than not, especially with some really disciplined you guys know the word, I know the word. Basically being responsible with how much leverage and where you have your stop losses and stuff. I forget the word, but you guys know it. But you know, if you don't have that discipline, you're not going to last long, because you get those butterfly moments where you're somewhere like, oh, this doesn't feel right, you know. And that crypto, it will eventually. I'm going to try to do more things here. I'll watch some of Tom Crown's videos. I like him a lot. Well, I'm friends with him. But I don't know much about his channel as a whole. He has a really good Discord channel though, so he's able to pump stuff really, really fast. There's something I've noticed YouTubers do. They have a tagline that they start each video with, and tagline that they end their videos with. Maybe something to think about. That may be worth doing. I don't know what the tagline would be, but I can try it. My tagline has always been, hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a great day. Oh man. And hey Nish, where can you buy? I have a couple links down below if you want exchanges to put your money in to buy. Just remember that you shouldn't be holding too much of your long-term assets in there. It's mostly places that I would say you guys want to be day trading and swing trading. Hey Umbrella, what's it, Pop Slot? Oh, I don't even know what that is. Pop Slot is an app for the casinos of Las Vegas that gets you free rooms and stuff if you gamble enough on it. I think it's free though. It's freemium, I would say. But maybe I'll look at other streamers out there, right? Because I think also something that they do that maybe I don't do enough of. I don't even know. Well, I don't know. They also, I feel like, have more of a show vibe, and I don't mean like a Bit Boy show type of thing. I feel like they're not as engaging with the audience, and they're kind of like going through the motions a little bit more, where people are, you know, listening to the information coming out. I do a lot of talking with you guys, you know, answering your questions and things like that. I enjoy that quite a bit. But maybe let's run a test here. Let's run a test tomorrow. Tomorrow, for the first 10 minutes of the stream, I'll just be talking about a whole swath of stuff, and I won't engage too much with the chat. And then what I'll do is I'll come over and I'll see if there's more than a certain amount of people, you know, and I'll stream maybe around 6 o'clock tomorrow Pacific time. If there's a certain amount of people, I will be like, oh, that seems to be working. And then after that, I'll start to engage. But I think that's also one thing going on here. And hey, Trav, happy to see you, man. We're hoping that Bitcoin can have a breakout here, hoping. The 1 hour chart seems optimistic at this point. We're just kind of waiting for a surge to happen. Probably, I'm hoping over the next, you know, hour or so. But everything looks so small compared to the move we just had. Look at that, just monster moves so far, just monster moves. Here. I mean, yeah, we really broke through that wall fast. It was within a 4 hour candle. We just started to launch. All the technicals over here, they didn't even matter when the whale stepped in, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, it's just like, wow. Again, this is the type of stuff where you have stop losses, though. Can you imagine shorting? You know, imagine opening up a short like right over here or right over here and not having a stop loss, at least up here around 52,000. Now you're probably, liquidated. And that comes with a whole bunch of other issues that we've all probably experienced at least one point in our in our lives. There we go. Spread that out. Anything else popping right now? Bitcoin Cash is still moving. Consolidation. You know, as much as I like this cigar, I don't think it's me. I think it's a construction issue. Yeah, I feel like this is a little bit of a construction issue with this cigar here. And I'm going to smoke it because I actually like the flavor. And I have other cigars like this, so I'll kind of compare it to them. But this one seems to have a little bit of an issue with the way it was rolled. And I can live with that, but it's annoying. There we go. Well, let's find something that's moving. Pepe token's consolidating just like a lot. Theta's consolidating just like a lot of them. There's a lot of consolidation going on right now. Jasmine's coming down a little bit. It's really just kind of going sideways here after that big boom a while ago. GRT, wild, yeah. Ethereum consolidating a little bit more after that nice run. How's oil doing? Oil's been all over the place. It's trying to break out. It's trying to go up to 85 or so. What's that next level of resistance? Oh, 84-ish. Maybe even up to here to 89. No, it has to go through a little bit. It's not going to be that fast. Oil trying to get more expensive. The dollar index doesn't know what to do because of interest rates and whatnot. Coming down a teeny bit. That's nice news for the market, but the market's just pricing in those interest rates, and they're really hoping for something big to happen here. So Theta, this looks too boring to watch, but you can see it goes sideways and it pops up. Kind of sideways move and this pops up. This one was a little more dramatic, I would say. Let's go over here to coin market cap. Tau is moving up a little bit. H2. DCR. I mean, this one's having a small pump at the moment. Not a lot of liquidity, but still making moves, and that's nice to see. But it's already getting beat back down a little bit here. AMP is trying to make a run for it. Ape token. Oh, it had a little bit of a surge earlier today, but it came back down. Oh. Looks like some altcoins are definitely hitting levels of resistance at this point in time, which kind of sucks. I definitely want to see those altcoins start to blow up since Bitcoin just blew up here for a second round. Anyway, Walter. Yeah, I mean, I do need to brand a little bit. You know, the branding that I'm working on is those daily videos. I think those ones are being a little bit better. And I'm trying to work on my thumbnails for those. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. He has some amazing thumbnails, but we have totally different niches. So if I go over here and I go to YouTube and I go to, let me just find this. I subscribe to him. So, one of my friends, internet anarchist, he has 625,000 subscribers. He's not a financial guy, but basically these are his thumbnails. And I want something simpler, but he understands how to convey and get people to like, oh, look at that. That's something I want to watch, right? You know, 880,000, 5.4 million, 148,000, 2.9 million, you know, 380,000, so forth. You know, 4.7 million. He knows how to make some good thumbnails, and I want to make some thumbnails like this. Eventually, I want to have videos like this, kind of drama videos, but they're going to be on, like, there's going to be one on BitBoy, basically, right? And then I might literally just pay him a stack full of cash to do the entire script. So I'm just reading, basically. I might drop another load of cash to have somebody edit the video, and I'll also pay him to do my my thumbnail, or his thumbnail guy to do my thumbnail. So, you know, I might just literally pay for what I know will be good all around video. But I don't know if I'll make a profit off of it, but I would love to try it at least once, you know? At least once. I think that'd be worth it. But he's the one helping me right now with my thumbnails, and he's using like Adobe, like high quality stuff. Right now I'm just using Canva, nothing crazy. I don't like Adobe Photoshop at all. I really don't. I want to see if Blackmagic has a version of it that I can pay for. I'd probably get it for free, actually. But I get their video software, their premium video software, and that's what I enjoy using. Hey, Nikki. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep on doing lives and stuff like that. There's a lot of people in here that have seen my channel and like the whole waves, and I think they just want to help me get my channel back up to those really good numbers we had in the past. And I think we can get there for sure. I know once the Bitcoin euphoria starts picking up, things will get a lot better. But I always like hearing the, you know, learning about other people's channels, because, you know, I'm not above getting better, you know. Before I forget, any thoughts on Tia? Before this goes out again. Okay. A newer token. It's in this consolidation range right now, that's for sure. So if you're going off of what we've been talking about, you're probably looking at buying right here in this order block. It is looking like it's going to have its first death cross here, which isn't going to be the best. It's close to having a breakout. It hasn't had the death cross yet, so maybe that'll help it out a little bit more, especially because it's only been on here for 5 candles, right? 5 candles, last 20 candles. So the next one gets replaced with that one. Yeah, all right. Right now, I probably wouldn't go heavy into it, but I would consider dollar cost average a decent amount every other day for maybe a week. And then from there, it might have an opportunity to get cheaper during that period of time. The big thing here is that breakout that you want to have happen. Zooming out a little bit, momentum is building up on the 4-hour chart. daily chart is getting some momentum here, I'd wait a little bit to see, but it would still be a good opportunity to kind of enter that first position in here. If you already have some, I don't think this is necessarily a reason to sell or anything like that. This is just continuing to hold. And I guess I probably better go to the daily chart for this. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best thing we get. Worked, and worked. So you're probably gonna see that same resistance up here around 1874. But really, you're just hoping this is just a higher low in the scheme of things, and you're gonna have another pump back up. Your ultimate goal here, like it looks like for now, is going to be up here towards $30. I'm not entirely sure of the market cap, so if it is a smaller market cap, it's going to be much easier to get up here, but that's going to probably take at least a few weeks in order to do so. Short term, I think you just want to have a goal of around $22.50 right up here. It'll eventually break above that, I have no doubt, but for now, if you're looking for something in the short term for like the next week or so, I'd be looking for that $22 resistance, because the last time, it took a while to get back up here. We basically just had a top and a top, almost like a double top. It might take a little bit more consolidation before it actually makes that larger move. It looks fine. The momentum is gaining back up here, but there's just not enough data here. If I go to the weekly chart, like look at the bottom, there's nothing going on. But short term, it looks fine. I wouldn't be surprised if it has a little bit of a dip, but it still wants to break out relatively soon, sometime over the next week, I would say. Loki is definitely the channel's mascot. Everybody loves him. Oh yeah, he's not even down here. He's out and about somewhere, or he's not even down here. He's out and about somewhere, probably upstairs eating food. I can hear him clicking and clacking upstairs. Oh, he heard me talking about him. He came over to say hello. Loki, where are you? Hi, how you doing? Say hi. Where'd Loki go? Oh, hey. Look at you being a good boy. Oh yeah. You don't want head scratches? No? No. See, every time he just wants to play. Is that a ball? Oh. He says goodbye to me so fast. But he's chill. He's a mess little dog, but he's my mess little dog. This is taking too many times to light. Alright. Yeah, STX is still making some moves right now. It seems like we're having a lot of consolidation right here. Everything is kind of like matching Bitcoin's vibe, and we're just like waiting and waiting and waiting. But that's okay. Waiting is a good thing. Ethereum Classic seems to be lagging. Wow, this really is lagging. Yeah. This is Dogecoin vibes of lagging. It feels like this is just going to have a 2-week pop and go straight to $50. That's what it looks like it's gearing up for. I mean, the buy signals are all here. Momentum is strong. Just broke out here again. Here, fine. Just had to change the character right here, and so far it's grinding back up. I'd have a price target of maybe $42 to $50. 42, yeah, 42 matches. 40 is over here, so it matches up a little bit with these two highs. $42 to $50, a good scale out zone. I wouldn't even think of selling in the 30s at this point. It's still moving up pretty well though, and it just had a weekly golden cross. Now, last time I had one of those, it really didn't do anything, but regardless, I'm still thinking it's a good buying opportunity here for sure. Man, I'm talking so much, I'm accidentally breathing in smoke. There we go. There we are. Hey, Walden, my man, I'm an editor. I hate Adobe DaVinci for the win. Let me work on your videos. See, the thing is, well, maybe for the longer ones, I might hit you up. It's the shorter daily ones that I can't have people do because I just literally make them and I have to put them out as fast as possible. One of my friends had an agency before, and like he had a whole team and everything. They do a lot of high quality videos for a lot of larger YouTubers, but they have these like 48-hour turnarounds, these 36-hour turnarounds. Those are the type of videos that I probably would need help with. Yo, man, remember I used to hate Photoshop? Biggest mistake of my life. When I finally jumped on the bandwagon, I feel like the world opened up to me. If you need help, let me know. Oh, I know. It's not like it's completely difficult. It's just that personally me, I just can't do it. It's too much stuff for me. I need a very simplified process. But for now, my main goal is just to get the themes and the styles properly done. And then I can make it a master if I want to by going over to Adobe. But I still need to figure out those basic steps. Like, I think what I'm going to end up going for is just a head and a topic with maybe text. Head, a topic picture. This can be another person. It can be a crypto token. It could be something else. But it could be a number of the ask price of Bitcoin, something like that. But it's going to be very simple. But you guys are going to know from the thumbnail basically what I'm trying to do. They will have something of a clickbaity vibe to them, I would assume. Like, not that I'm disingenuous about what the video is going to be, but I might have a blurred out token or something, so you guys might not know, and that might, encourage you guys to click on it. I'm not even sure if that's clickbait, but you get my point here. And hey, Rhino, if you FOMO'd some money into Ethereum, I mean, so far, Ethereum is going to be the next hot thing, guys. I know we've been talking about it a little bit. Hello. Doing okay? Hello? There you go. 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 Oh, butt scratches. Hey, you're supposed to get flea medication today. I got to put you some flea medication on you. He doesn't have fleas, but basically, he gets his flea medication like every 3 months or so, every 2.5 months. And I think I got it in the mail today. Yeah, so as far as Ethereum is concerned, I really love it. I've been buying it for quite a bit of time. But we've just had the Bitcoin spot ETF. We know that the Ethereum spot ETF is going to happen next. So it's basically just a waiting game at this point. I'm not going to be impatient with it, but we should be having that Bitcoin spot, the Ethereum spot ETF. I'm so used to saying Bitcoin spot. I feel like I'm about to say Ethereum Bitcoin spot. But the Ethereum spot ETF, we should have that relatively soon. Within 6 months. And that's soon, as far as market terms are concerned. We should have it fairly soon. And a lot of the cases that were led by all these hedge funds and institutions against the SEC, those paved the way for Ethereum to have a much easier road. The only thing going forward now is this. When it comes to the panel or the board that gets to vote on these ETFs, what we have is 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, and then we have Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler voted with the Republicans last time only because the courts pretty much said no, and they said you have to approve it, right? So if that's the case, he should do it this time again, but what I think will happen is it will go to a vote eventually. That first vote, he will say no, and it will be struck down. Then there will be a whole other court case. Hopefully that court case is expedited because everybody already knows what the outcome will be, even the judge, correct? So give it a few months after that. They will have another vote after the court case kind of goes through. Remember, these court cases can last for a while. But again, it'll be a little bit of an expedited one. And then from there, we should see Ethereum spot ETF be approved with those 2 Republican votes plus Gary Gensler having to go and switch, because he has to make sure that the SEC is following the law. There are different thought processes here between Democrats and Republicans on that board. Honestly, I know, as somebody that knows a few legislators in Washington State, I know there are plenty of Democrats out there across the country, at least in my home state of Washington, that think Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is worth being able to invest in. They understand people want it, and as long as it can be regulated, they are for it. There's this like fringe group that's like, no, we can't help the terrorist or something like that, and I just don't see it. Money laundering, bad actors, they're always going to be there. Make a crypto FBI, agent or bureau, and have them do all the enforcements under the umbrella of the FBI, whatever it takes. That's fine. I'm fine with that. You guys might be fine with that. Let's hope they don't abuse their power. That's kind of the caveat here, but that's more of a Republican concern, not a Democratic concern. So I'm just hoping that things will go fairly smoothly. I know there's going to be speed bumps in the way, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be something that's incredibly hard to deal with. I think the system is there. The lawyers are in place. The lawyers are filing lawsuits right now, so when it does eventually get struck down, next day, within hours, it will be ready to go, and they don't have to worry about anything. And of course, afterwards, you're going to see Ethereum probably gain a lot up against Bitcoin, because Ethereum, again, they're going to have to load up on a lot of Ethereum in order to make this work. And then after Ethereum, honestly, I don't know what the number 3 is going to be, but there's going to be options. It doesn't have to be XRP, it doesn't have to be ADA, it doesn't be, none of that. It can be, there's a whole bunch of options. And those ones are going to be a little bit more difficult to push through the courts, but it's still not going to be as difficult as it was for Bitcoin, because that took years and years and years. Anything you buy now is pretty much FOMO. Oh yeah, if you're swing trading or day trading right now, well, altcoins may be something a little bit different, but no, even altcoins are getting kind of happy here. So you just got to make sure you have your stop losses to protect yourself. There are more people probably buying Bitcoin right now that are probably like, oh, Bitcoin's at 56,000. It's too late, But I have a friend. He bought some Bitcoin tonight when I was talking to him about it. I had two friends. They left, and I was talking with one of the guys at the cigar lounge. He was like, yeah, let me buy some Bitcoin. Yeah, I told him how to buy Bitcoin. He's like, yeah, let me pop in $200, and he said, how often should I check it? And I was like, hey, as much as you want to, just don't sell it. It'll go down, it'll go up, but if you just wait, it'll go up a lot, and you'll be able to make some money off it. And I told him $200 is enough where you're not going to be freaking out if it goes to zero, basically. But I told him Bitcoin's not going to zero, so he should be happy with it. Down the road here. That's right here. What about Dogecoin? And hey, Crypto Ricky, thoughts on TON? Let me see. Oh, okay. Looks like it's a newer token out there, and I can see, this is the weekly chart. You can pretty much just see that level of resistance there. This is just an accumulation zone right now. You don't want to be necessarily buying heavy, but you do want to be dollar cost averaging maybe a little bit more aggressively. Because after that, because we don't have much, resistance up ahead, you could try to assume a little bit of resistance so far over here. Yeah, your target would be close to freaking $5, and that's a pretty good target. Now, this is a weekly chart, so it'll take months to get there. But still, once that breakout actually happens, it should actually break right through over here above this $2.99 level, $3 basically. It should just shoot through that and start aiming right up here towards $3.37. It might take a day or two max to deal with this, and then just keep on going much higher. Now, something I'm noticing is momentum on the weekly chart is not positive yet, so you're not really seeing much here. So again, you can dollar cost average, but you see things are starting to pick back up just a tad. The daily chart, not even positive here as well. So I would be dollar cost averaging it and just anticipating a larger move to happen sometime over the next couple weeks. But that move should be pretty robust here. It should start moving fairly fast after it manages to break out. It's just that that breakout is going to take a little bit of time because it looks like it's a pretty hardy resistance level that's going to, here we go. That's hardy. That's pretty darn difficult. It had it way back over here. It's failed once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, maybe the 5th time is a try. But this consolidation should lead to a pretty seismic move. And the last big move, of course, from some of those lows was back over here around 143%. It can definitely go like another 80, 60, maybe even 100% again. Well, more, honestly. But that would take months, right? Months. But I would be starting to buy a little bit more heavily right now. There we go. And hey, computer guy, let me know, fam. I'll help you take care of it in Photoshop Master Graphic. Hey, I'd appreciate all the help I can get when it comes to this type of stuff. Because what do you call it? It's just it's not like it's going to be anything crazy. It's not like it's going to be like a lot of data or like a lot of shifting and stuff. It's just being able to make a photo pop and then making a topic pop and stuff like that. That's the type of stuff. But again, that's a whole process in and of itself. Hey, Monster. Yeah, I mean, I try to make myself a little bit different as much as I can without like losing myself. I'm a pretty laid back guy. Again, for most people that you guys see that talk about crypto, YouTube is their job. That's where they make their money. I don't make much money from YouTube. I make money from sponsors on YouTube a little bit. And again, I make money from ads. Let me show you the larger ad. Remember, I've only made $1,000 off of this. Let me show you a little bit longer. I've only made about $1,000 off of it, So it's a little bit different than other streamers out there. But I think they, because they treat it as their job, it's a little bit different. I mean, I guess they treat this as a job too, But what drove me to stream for a second time today was not making an extra few bucks. Well, no. My streams don't even have monetization on them. Sometimes YouTube puts it on there anyway, but I try to have it off as much as possible. I don't even have the monetization on because it messes up the viewer experience, if you ask me. Imagine you're new to the channel. You give me $1 super chat to ask a question, okay? You don't have to do that, but imagine they did. Then imagine I get to your question after about a minute or so because maybe I'm wrapping up somebody else's question. And imagine an ad goes off in your face. You'd probably feel pretty ticked off. I would be. So I try to keep the ads off as much as possible. For regular videos, I'll keep them on, but for this, I try to keep them on there. If you're going to learn an editing software, learn DaVinci, especially since you're working with the black magic. Trust me on this, you will thank yourself, and me maybe. What do you call? I have I know how to use it a bit. I got the DaVinci Resolve Studio Edition, and I know how to use the sound to make my voice sound a little bit different, which is pretty nice. But I haven't learned all the cool little tidbits though. Like I don't know how to use the fusion tools and stuff like that. What typically I'll do is, there's a service called Envato, and they have a bunch of things you can download, that type of stuff. I think you've seen a certain amount of my editing, maybe my daily videos where I kind of move, I can use like the keys and stuff like that, move stuff around. But I'm by no means I'm more of a beginner, intermediate. I'm not even at intermediate level yet. Nor do I ever think I'm going to go to a master level. There's a lot of stuff you can do DaVinci Resolve, as I know, But what I'm going to try doing here, why is this doing this to me? This is just the most annoying thing. Let's try this. Let's just go in there and do some surgical work. Get it really nice and hot. There you go. It's hot, hot, hot now. But yeah, it's not as bad. What I do need to do is I need to go and pay to get my second Blackmagic camera fixed up. That way I can record off of that one and just leave this here. My big tidbit is every time I have to use this camera, only this camera, it's a little bit different. Because, you know, if you guys see me right now and I go over here to just the face, this is a 6K resolution camera. But the only software that I know to move the 6K footage into my camera, into my computer that you guys see me, this is, oh, Jesus Christ, this is a, oh, I'm zoomed in at this level, that's why. Basically, I have to, what's a good way to describe it? It's a 4K thing, so it's moving 6K into 4K. You guys looking at 4K, and I'm streaming on 4K. But this thing, this camera, when I move it over to my hard drive and it's hooked up to that, it is absolutely a powerful camera. And I even turn the LUTs off, and I do the LUTs in DaVinci, which I really enjoy. But most of the time, I just keep the LUTs on here. Like right now, there's a LUT on this lens, automatically playing on my my camera. If I turn the LUT off, I look like, if I can find this button right here, there's that, there's this, there's this. Look at that. All that beautiful color there. There you go. So I've tried to adjust it a little bit. Edited debates? Oh yeah, you're fine, guys. I don't care. What do you call it? It's DaVinci. I love DaVinci. I like it a lot more than Adobe. But I wish Adobe did have. No, I wish DaVinci had a photo software. But I probably am gonna have to learn Adobe eventually, or I can just have a computer guy help me out. Hey, Pat Benzo. Hey, Mike. Thoughts on Dogecoin? Seems to be lagging. Last time Bitcoin was at the price. Yeah, so Dogecoin's gonna lag for a while. I think we've had this conversation, I think, for the past, I want to say 3 months. And it's because Dogecoin, what did I say? Somebody asked, I think it's Kilo Char has been asking me about this, I think. But, you know, it's just been kind of a disappointment so far, right? It hasn't been moving up as much as we want it to. A lot of us still own it. I still own it because I think it's going to, like, have a really large boom out of nowhere eventually. And I want to be in there for that ride. But until then, it has been just this long, grinding wait. And right now, there are a few tokens like it, but the number one token like it, I would say, is XRP. XRP and Dogecoin, they're both good projects. They have a lot of money behind them. They both have a lot of context out there in the world, and they're all kind of dealing with banking. Dogecoin has a lot of context when it comes to Elon Musk and his whole swath of people, which you guys know is a lot. But it just seems like it's going to take some time, and that time is really, it's hard. It's annoying. Not even hard. I would say it's just annoying. It's frustrating, right? But yeah, it's going to take some time. And basically, just like Sheeb, I'm basically holding on to those two and XRP, just waiting to have a pretty rapid rise. And I'm hoping it comes sooner rather than later, because it's definitely taking quite a bit longer than I want it to. Couple drops in hash oil. Thoughts on SWI? Can I long Bitcoin? I can't see the last two sentences here. I would not long Bitcoin here personally, just because it's already had the run up over the last few days. It went from $50,000 to $56,000 in a matter of 2 days. I typically am not longing into that. An opportunity that you maybe should have taken would be buying at support. I didn't take the opportunity because I thought we might actually fall down a little bit more. Right now, I might be looking at doing some day trading. That might be a little bit more profitable. And you're basically just waiting for the breakouts that happen on the Bitcoin chart. And those are going to be more fun. Same with Ethereum. Going to be a lot of fun trades there as well. But the day trading is going to be key here. For swing trades, I'm not really looking at Bitcoin. I'm more looking at altcoins right now. Altcoins besides Ethereum. And yeah, so Solana might be something you might want to look at. That one's been kind of interesting to check out. Solana is probably one right there. Price next 30 minutes? Oh. We might come back down here to maybe 55,867 or so. Maybe about a $400 decrease. Nothing too crazy. Just a small move as we come back down here before ultimately trying to make another run up. I'd be watching to see that confirmation if we break down below the 20 moving average on the 50-minute chart. To me, that would justify coming back down here. And again, 56,270, 52,800 down here. It's just right here at this support level, but it's not all the way down here at 55,624 because you want to see some type of higher low building its way back up. But I would keep an eye on this right here to see if we actually do break down below that 20 moving chart here. And SWI, let's see. This one's been doing fine. It looks like it's a little bit tired though, and you're looking at a death cross coming out here, so I'd be careful. It might start coming back down here to maybe 154, so about another 10-cent drop before making a higher move. It's coming up against a trend line at this point in time, and you can see it's tried to break out. It wasn't able to. It's not the end of the world here, and maybe I should draw this more realistically here. There you go. It's trying to break out, but it might just take a little bit more time. If you're looking to buy into this, you could, but I would probably say I might wait for the momentum to kind of carry on. A breakout with no momentum, you see negative, negative, negative. It's not something that I typically will go into. The 4-hour charts probably look a little bit better with some buying signals here and a change of character. But I might wait a little bit longer to see if I can get something from the day, the daily charts to come up. That way I just feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Right now, if you're looking to buy though over the next couple days, you're probably going to be looking at some of those resistance levels up here at 177. That'd be more of my price target. I wouldn't expect it to break out and go soaring up higher until it has a little bit more time to consolidate. And even looking at this, you're seeing a bunch of death crosses approaching between the 4-hour chart with the 20 and 50 both about to come down below the 200 here. That's going to give you a little bit more of a choppiness that will give you some opportunities to buy in there. I gotta keep smoking this. And hey, Jamil, yeah, I'm kind of new. I have a 1K in Bitcoin right now. Do I sell now, or now that it's high? It depends on what you're trying to do. So if you want to sell low, buy low and sell high, yeah, you can sell right now and you can take that profit and then you can make another trade later on. If your goal is to do a trade where you're buying and you're like selling a day later or maybe 2 days later, you have to have a price target involved before you even push that buy button, and you have to have a stop loss before you push that buy button. It just protects you from the market crashing down and you not being able to sell. What typically happens to people is they have a position and then they wake up to something. They wake up to something very good happening where Bitcoin's up, or they wake up to something very bad happening and Bitcoin's down, and they're having to manage the aftermath of what just happened. By having those stop losses and price targets, while you're sleeping, you know that if the price hits this target, you're going to sell and make a profit. And you know if it hits this target on the bottom end of the spectrum, you know that you know exactly how much you're going to lose. So no matter what happens, you know you're going to lose this much or make this much, but nothing is going to be a surprise to you. But if you're just looking, if you bought and you just want to sell and make a little bit of profit, this is definitely a good time to sell. It's definitely a good time to sell. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to hold for weeks or so and hoping that Bitcoin goes up to 60,000 or 65 or 69,000, you can definitely keep on holding, but nobody's exactly sure if that's going to happen. So at this point, because it's a kind of a whale move, you have different options. For me, it just depends on exactly what your goal is. If you want to be a day trader, you're probably looking to sell about now. If you're looking to be a swing trader where you're holding for weeks, you're probably still holding at this point. Do one of my year hold restarts where I buy the same crypto and transfer it to my wallet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, more people need to transfer crypto to their wallets. So much for being hot, hot, hot. But yeah. I wonder if there's been any more updates for that BitForex company. let me take this Opus band off. Oh yeah, Fuente Opus. Wow, what a beauty. Would I say this cigar is worth the $37? I would say no, because it had structural issues. However, it's still a very pleasant tasting cigar, and I do enjoy it. You know, me smoking $37 cigars, having the rare pinks out here, my God, I'm getting a little too bougie for my own good when it comes to these cigars. It's an expensive habit. Now, has there been any updates? It's been almost 24 hours since the Zach XBT post. Seeing some suspicious activity from the crypto exchange BitForex.com. Let's see if they have had something of an update just yet. No updates so far from what I see. The website still says you're blocked. My gosh, that's so sad. I hate, you know, it's a bad feeling enough to see the crypto market kind of come crashing down, you know, during a bear market, and then you see an exchange that you have money and then kind of go kaput. It's a whole other feeling to see the market going up towards all-time highs and having your exchange go kaput or rugged. I don't know exactly what happened here, but you know what I mean? It's a whole different type of thing. And I'm hoping I can learn more about it, but there's just not much. Like, everything is silent. There's no news about it as far as, you know, like the mainstream media. Like, you know, I'm talking about CNBC or Fox Business. There's a few articles out there as far as CoinDesk, but they kind of regurgitate the same news over and over again without much facts in there, because again, they're trying to get you to look at the ads and things like that. But yeah, it's a little difficult here. It's definitely a little bit difficult to kind of keep track of it, or to try to find out more news about it, I would say. Thank you. I made something, and it just really was in here for the experience. I might just sell. I made profit, so I'm not mad about making more. If anything, I might come back to Bitcoin. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing just to sell and take your profit. That's the way I typically roll. But just the next time you do a trade, you know, just figure out where you want to sell it at and make sure you have some technical analysis behind it. Typically, the easy things to do are maybe a Fibonacci extension, or you can look at some prior levels of resistance from historical times, like, you know, maybe a month back, a few years back. Right now, we're having to look a couple years back because we're so high up. But look to see where those resistance levels are and see if you feel comfortable selling there. And then if the trade doesn't go your way, just make sure you have somewhere of a price area where, like, hey, it's not working out. Let me sell, because if I don't sell, I could be down a lot more. And that's the way you got to view it. You don't want to be stuck in a position, especially if you only thought you might be there for just a few days, and all of a sudden you're holding Bitcoin for weeks because it goes down all the way back down to like 40,000 or something crazy. You're like, oh yeah, now I got to hold Bitcoin from 55,000 to 40,000, and I got to wait for it to come all the way back up to 55,000, 56,000 before I feel like I'm making a large profit from it. You know what I mean? It's a different thing. It's definitely a different feeling out there. Best coins for a day trade this week. Right now, the best token out there that I'm looking at, or best token, excuse me, are Pepe, Theta token, and then there's this one more. What's it called? Flare token seems to be doing pretty well. There's Bitcoin Cash that's doing fine if you want to do that, or Bonk. But Flare seems to be doing pretty well over the past 7 days. It's at 47%. That momentum is still going strong here day after day after day. So it might go on for a couple more days here. You're in FOMO territory, so just be careful there. But Pepe and Theta definitely are some really nice ones. STX has been something I've been hearing more about, and that may be interesting for day trading as well. That might even be safer than Flare, but Flare for me is like, oh wow, look at this thing. It's huffing and puffing. Well, not huffing. It's moving. It's moving. You know what I gotta do? I see this little thing that says crypto awards. Oh, learn more. Here we go. I gotta know the people that will get me onto these crypto awards. This is kind of like cigar aficionado, where it's not necessarily the best of the best, but it's a who knows who's knows of people, which is fine. But you're probably not going to get the best of the best for each of these categories. However, crypto leader of the year, most innovative projects, whatever, most innovative DeFi project, this type of stuff could be pretty cool. And you see the sponsors: BingX, Binance, Chainwire, Animoca, excuse me, Coinbase, Trust Wallet. You know, they got some sponsors here. Top 10 tools for newbies like Algo and stuff like that. Top 10 tools for pros. Top 10 VCs to watch. That type of stuff could be pretty fun. If I go over here to Crypto Leader of the Year. What? He's going to jail. And again, this is maybe not the best of the best, but it's a who knows of who knows. Oh my God. He's going to jail next month. He's going to be in jail. Imagine the bars, CZ. I accept this award, and he's on a video call from the prison. Oh man, Ryan Salkis, Vitalik, Brian Armstrong, Julia Leong. Let's see it here. Oh, so moves in Hong Kong. I'd probably vote for Brian Armstrong because Coinbase has been leading the charge with a lot of lawsuits against the government, and I'm very anti-government when it comes to the crypto regulation that we're seeing right now. I want regulation, but he's going up against the SEC, and I don't necessarily like the SEC, as many of you guys probably have known, right? But yeah, so let's go back over here. There we go. And Bitcoin did manage to break down below that 20 moving average. So let's see how much farther this thing wants to go. Me and the wife got into Flare and killing it ever since we bought at the bottom. Yeah, it's definitely moving pretty well. And I would still say it's still doing well. That's the thing. It's still doing well at this very moment. So it seems to be something that would be worth trading. VeChain is next, in my opinion. Lots of opportunities for it. It definitely has a setup to have a larger move. We just have to hope that these altcoins can get chugging again, because, you know, whenever Bitcoin has a large move, it takes like a couple days for the altcoins to really get gearing up, because a lot of altcoins are at levels of resistance, or they themselves are in more of a bearish trend. So it takes a couple days for that momentum to kind of switch up, people to kind of buy in and watch the price go up a little bit higher, because there's that fear. So whenever we have a shoot up with Bitcoin, it comes back down just a little bit, right? That move where Bitcoin comes back down, it still causes altcoins to come back down. But as Bitcoin consolidates a little bit more here, you see those altcoins really start to take off. And that's, you know, it takes a little bit of time. It's pretty stressful to watch, but if you're careful with it, you can see some really nice moves. But you see, there are so many tokens that have already had fantastic moves. I don't necessarily want to be doubling down into those tokens right now. Like I said, I want to be buying some of those tokens that are maybe a little bit lower, a little bit less momentum over the last few days, and they haven't had those like 70 to 80% pops within a matter of weeks. I want to see something that's maybe popped up 20 or 30% that can go up another 40%. I don't want to find something that's already gone up like 80%, like a WLD World Token. I've been talking about that for a while, and the daily chart, you know? The breakout happened all the way in February 9th. It went from $2.40 to $9, and now it's come back down towards $7.93. So basically $8. So 242 to 8. I don't know if I want to be buying into this right now. I might want to watch it consolidate a little bit longer and then strike that next breakout. But for right now, it's kind of just cooling off, and I'm all for some cooling off here. Theta, it's doing it right now, right? Imagine buying it right here before it had that large move. And if we go down the list here, Pendle's already had that really large move. Injective already had that really large move. XLM, here's one that you guys may enjoy. The heck is this? little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit right there, a little bit right there. You know, a nice pop up towards 1330. That could work out pretty well. 13 cents, you know, 0.1333. But there's a pretty heavy level of resistance right there. But it still looks like it's able to shoot up there, and momentum is gaining. Yeah, you just have a pretty stiff resistance right there. But then again, that big boom out of nowhere, that's what you're looking for. Stellar hasn't been doing as much over the past few months. You can see it's been mostly sideways. It's still at the same price it was during the drop in August. But again, it did go from 7 cents to 19 cents, then back down to 10. Consolidation, waiting for that run up again, and you're just kind of waiting. But you're going to have to be patient with it. But I would still be buying some Stellar at this point. I'm not going to be buying AI tokens because they've already run up so much. And as you guys know, I own a lot of AI tokens. You own a lot of XLM? Yeah, right now it's definitely gearing up for a move. Vote for CZ. He took one for the team. He's going to be sentenced maybe about like 30 minutes away from where I live. That's where the courthouse is. He's going to be sentenced up there in the federal court, though, not in the state court. So the news crew should be there to kind of hear the sentencing. I want to see it. I don't think I'm allowed to go there unless I have some type of media credentials. But I wish I'd be able to go there. And it's not like I'm allowed to come out, have my phone and just record and like, ooh, look at this. Because, you know, court's a pretty serious place. But it'll be interesting to see how long he has to go for, if he has to pay any fines or anything, and then where exactly he's going to be sent off to prison. Because he's going to Club Fed. That's not the hardy prisons that everybody else goes to. It's a whole different ball game here. And then, you know, I don't think he'll be in there for such a long time, but, you know, he's still going to be he's going to have a lot of money when he comes out. He's going to be a very, very wealthy man. It'll still be worth it. And maybe if he's lucky, he'll still be able to tweet from prison. That may be kind of interesting to hear his thoughts. But again, you know, at least he wasn't siphoning money off from the exchange or anything like that. CNBC made the accusation, you know. But remember, all he was in trouble for was terrorists were using Binance and they knew about it. That's dirty. That's not good. That's bad. Yes, yes, yes. He's going to jail for it. But, you know, the consumer, I don't think, was necessarily in harm's way because of it. And that's why I don't find him as distasteful as a Sam Bankman-Fried. You know, and when we talk about Sam Bankman-Fried in jail. There he is. He does not look like he's a happy fellow at all. Can I find a better photo, though? That's the question. A better quality photo. They're all really not the best quality photos. Yeah, they're really not the best. As I zoom in, I'm zooming out because everything else around me is getting larger. But yeah, I mean, you can see his shoes. He's wearing basketball shoes and basketball shorts. Not looking good. He looks the weakest out of all of these people. Right? So he's definitely not looking like he's in the best of places. Right? I mean, he looks pretty darn, you know, he's with the gangs and whatnot. That's definitely not what he was thinking of. Looks like Bitcoin found a little bit of support around 55,800, and we'll see what happens next. Oh man, I'm only smoking this thing because it's a $37 cigar. There we go. And it's found a little bit of support. We'll see if it's able to continue going higher, or if it's going to drop down another level here. How could I learn all the stuff you know? Like, where can I learn to read the charts and graphs? That's a big question. So I have videos on my channel where I kind of teach strategies and stuff like that, but I don't have something that's fully comprehensive. There are YouTube channels out there that teach a lot of stuff. It kind of depends on how well you can absorb information. My tutorials are very spoon-fed like, so I try to teach you everything you need to know. A lot of channels don't necessarily do that because they're looking for views on YouTube, which is fair. It's fine. There's a few books out there like Trading for Dummies and stuff like that. I know it says Trading for Dummies. Nobody's a really dummy, but you get the point. That's also a good place to start. I am going to be launching a course here pretty soon. It's not going to be a course. We have to go pay for it. It's going to be me just uploading videos where I kind of break down everything. But the technical analysis part is not in the beginning of the course. It's not even towards the middle of the course. It's kind of towards the end. And the course is going to be about how to trade cryptocurrency, first of all. And then, I'll be going over how to trade stocks later on in another course, I would say, kind of separate. You can wait for that, but I just say don't wait, because you never know exactly when I finish it. Watch videos on my channel from beginning to end. Watch some of the larger technical analysis channels out there. Not with the strategies. Don't worry about the strategies. Just worry about the basics of what crypto is, what a moving average is, what a Fibonacci level is, and things like that. It'll go a long way. And then what you want to do is you want to go practice paper trading. If you're starting off in crypto, when you do go down the paper trading route, and paper trading is basically you're trading with fake money, so you're not losing your real money, because losing real money while you learn how to trade is just a horrible thing to do. It's a very horrible feeling, which I've experienced myself. You want to find 3 tokens that you want to trade. Typically, I would choose Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Trade only those 3 tokens and become good at them. Down the road, when you're making a consistent profit from those 3 tokens, I would move over to trading with money on those ones, like real money, and then you're gonna move to paper trading altcoins like Theta or Ajax or Fetch or Bitcoin Cash, more volatile ones, because they're a little bit different than trading Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana, maybe just Bitcoin and Ethereum. But it'll give you an opportunity to kind of learn as you go. And that way you don't have to risk your money while you're learning how to trade. I would get a TradingView account and open an account at an exchange, but you probably already have an exchange account. A TradingView account for you probably, while you're paper trading, just want to do the free version for now. It has ads, they're annoying. If you can pop up a few bucks a month for the first one, the plus, I think it's, what is it, plus? Oh, essential, excuse me. If you can pop up some money for the essential, it's $15 a month. It allows you 2 charts, 5 indicators, and the 5 indicators are the important one. If you do the free version, I don't think it gives you as many. Basic, yeah. It only gives you... It only gives you 2 indicators, and that means you're going to have volume and 1 moving average. It's just not enough. It's not enough. So if you can pop up some more if you want to, you can get the essential for $15. They have annual plans that cost like $155 a year. Don't do it. wait for Black Friday in November, and buy the full year of premium for like $300. And it'll last you for the full year. It lasts for 13 months. And it's just the best darn deal you're ever going to get. And it only happens once a year on Black Friday weekend. I highly recommend it. But until then, $15 a month, that's going to be fine. If you don't want to pay for it just yet, just what do you call? Just get the free version. It'll be a little bit more. It'll be a little bit more of a struggle, but you know, it all depends on how much money you can kind of plop down to this. If you feel like you're uncomfortable with $15 a month, by all means, like, don't do it. I know I just gave a little spiel for it, but you don't have to do it, right? Whew, Bitcoin's coming back up a little bit here. It's trying. It's trying. A little bit more, a little bit of change of character here. So maybe we'll try to grind back up a little bit more. That's nice to see, though. Yeah, not too bad. All right. But okay, I'm going to end the stream right here. It's been nice talking with you guys again. This has been another... When did I start streaming? 9:45. So pretty much like a 2-hour stream. 2-hour stream after having an hour stream or another, whatever, how long the stream was before. Pretty long day. But I think it was, it's a good day. It was worth it, right? So a few things I want you guys to focus on here for the next 24 hours, because I'll be making a video tomorrow morning and I'll be talking to you guys a little bit later, of course, tomorrow night. Really keep track of what your positions are doing. If you guys have altcoins, or I should say just volatile positions, think about moving your stop losses up just a little bit. Remember, this is still a bull run. So if you guys are day trading, you guys are fine. But if you guys are swing trading, there are still going to be plenty of opportunities for you to scale out. Just because you're hitting some nice levels at this point in time, it doesn't mean it's not a bad idea to scale out of some of your longer term trends. Sometimes just having a little bit of realized profit doesn't hurt. It means that you were able to buy low and sell high, and you're able to lock in something, and now you're just waiting a little bit more to see if you can squeeze some more money out of it. Too many times I've seen people in this type of environment, they get kind of gung-ho, like it's going to go to the moon, and they don't sell anything. They don't keep even a shred of profit. So if they wake up one day and the market has come down and they don't have stop losses, they have lost a cool 40% of their profit before they know it, and they're just kind of in this bad spot. So I don't want you guys to be in that bad spot. I still want you guys to be able to make a good amount of profit here. So think about scaling out if you guys haven't already. If you guys have some longer trends where you're hoping to hold this for months, months more, you don't have to worry about selling at all. But if you guys were buying over the past few weeks, like some of the altcoins I was talking about, and you're seeing that they've gone up over 100%, over 200%, it's okay to lock in some profits. I'm not at this point, just because I am using my Faradesk account as just a long-term portfolio to kind of show you how things work and how things go down, how things go up, and how everything is not always as nice as you would appear. Which is why I was kind of adamant, like, at the beginning I was like, oh dude, we're down $900 and now we're up $3,600. That type of thing is what I want to show you as it goes higher and higher and higher. But that thing could come back down from $3,600 up. It could come back down to, maybe up $1,000 or something. So I want you guys just to understand that, and I'm okay with that because I'm expecting tens of thousands of dollars at the end of this rally here as I continue to pump in more and more money. But personally, I'm still holding on to some powder because I want to see altcoins come back down a little bit more. And I want to be able to double down into some of these names that have been moving up quite a bit, but at a much cheaper price. Okay, so hey Farm, best app for crypto. I like Faradesk. I have linked down below if you want to use it, and I also have BYDeFi is down below as well if you want to use that one. They're both very good apps. I trust them a lot, and they're just good for day trading and swing trading at the same time. Like I wait 5 to 10 years for each investment. Yeah, Brittany and Darren, definitely both of you guys. That's a smart way to go. Not many people have the patience for that, but the rewards are just life-changing at that point because you're able to be patient. Not everybody is able to be patient, and I understand that. But still, whatever path you guys choose, just make sure you try to do it to the best of your ability and not try to let the market force you into a corner. Make sure you have a plan for whatever happens, okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining the stream, and One last puff of the luxurious Fuente Fuente cigar, which feels like it's already out. Yeah, it's out. All right. See you a little bit later. Bye. Bye, everybody.